Today, there is only one superpower left in the world, and that is USA. America's GDP is $28 trillion, 1.5 times more than China and 7 times more than India. And superpowers are not just made with money, superpowers are made with wallet and bloods. As well, during World War II, America got two big advantages. One, that America was the only country on which there was no big economic impact. And second, America had atomic weapons. And after World War II, America made sure that they remained at the top of forever, in which many dark decisions were taken, which changed all of our lives forever. India need to learn from America, because about 250 years ago, America was also a British colony like us. So what did they do right and what they did not? This is our series World Cup of Economic, where we will understand the economics of different countries, but in an interesting way. Through our videos, we want to make education easy. If you want to use your time properly, then please click on that subscribe button. This is free for you, but it helps us a lot. Chapter 1. Where does America stand today? Let's know some facts about America that will blow your mind. Whenever you talk about America, what comes in front of your eyes? Big buildings, Hollywood's thinking world, and Silicon Valley's technology. Today, more than 2,000 tech companies, brands like Apple, Google, Meta, reach your home from America. The GDP of America is 1/4 of the world. America's stock exchange, NASDAQ, has more than 50% market capitalization in the world. But that does not mean that everything is good in America. 1/3 of the country's money is in the hand of only 1% people. 11% of the country population lives below in poverty line. 45% of students says that they can't afford college education. They either have to find a scholarship or have to do some low wages jobs. 70% students can't even complete their college education without a loan. America's trade balance is always in the negative with most countries. And how much is that? Their trade balance was negative $1 trillion in 2022. That means America imports more than its export. If America's GDP is $28 trillion, then their debt is $31 trillion. That means their loan is more than their GDP. Actually, it's not $31 billion. It's $34 trillion. You can check on this website right now. It may have increased by $1 trillion. Wait. On one hand, we are saying that America is the richest country in the world, and on the other hand, America has such a huge debt. How is this possible? If you have a lot of loan, then how can you be rich? Because America has one facility that no other country in the world has, and that is the facility to print unlimited money. Chapter 2. America's printing machine. It was 1933 when President Herbert Hoover said, "We have gold because we can't trust government." In those days, gold used to be the standard. That means the amount of money you have is equal to the amount of gold in your country's central bank, and you can go and take as much gold or silver as you want. In exchange for the money, you have that. Every penny was accounted for after World War II. All the major powers of the world were in economic difficulties, and no one had the money to rebuild it in 1944. The Bretton Woods Agreement was signed. There were 730 delegates from 44 countries. Where present the bottom line was that other currencies would be pegged to the US dollar, and the US dollar was based on gold. In a way, all European countries were dependent on the stability of the US currency. For the post-war development, the dollar's strength was based on two pillars. One pillar was international support, and the other pillar was the gold standard. But by 1971, the Bretton Woods Agreement was dissolved. At that time, the Vietnam War was going on, and America also need money. They need to print extra money, and because of gold standard, they would stop. And President Nixon says that the dollar would now become a failed currency. That is, the dollar would no longer be connected to gold. That is, one pillar of the dollar was broken. So, why did not the dollar collapse? Why did not America's progress stop? Because during that time, America built a new pillar, and that is oil. The world's oil-producing countries decided to take dollars instead of oil. This is called the petrodollar agreement. America was very smart. It removed one pillar and immediately built another. In this chart, you can see that 80% of the world oil is traded in US dollar. These two pillars given America a superpower, and that is unlimited trust. Why can't RBI printed unlimited money? The simple answer is that more money you print, lower will be the value of money. That is, inflation will increase. Because, believes it or not, this is just a piece of paper. It actually price is equal to the amount of goods weakened by exchanging it during school days. 2 vada pav costed 10 rupees. Today, 1 vada pav costed 15 rupees. That is, inflation has happened. Now the price of vada pav has not increased because RBI has printed notes. A little inflation is good for the economy. For example, we keep a target that the inflation is between 4 to 5%. But we also trade with other countries. When we print money, another country says that it is your problem. But by printing money, you are developing new currency. The value of any currency is decided on the basis of its demand in the world. Now look at this chart. 59% of the world's trade is in US dollar because the world believes in dollar. When India trade with Japan, Japan says, why should we accept rupees? India says, why should we accept yen? Both things that let's trade in dollar. Because of this, it becomes a unique situation for the dollar. That is America. Until there is no alternative to the dollar is the world reserve currency. Until oil producing countries come together and say that they will stop trading in dollar, America's currency will remain stable. This is an absolute power. Chapter 3. Embellishment of money. When the COVID pandemic started in 2020, America was going through a risk of recession. America's stock market was crashing. Unemployment rate had crossed 14%. GDP fell by 32%. To save the economy, America adopted many plans. One of them was quantitative easing. The word sounds very fancy, but basically it means printing money for economic growth. This money is not printed randomly. Bonds are issued in return. People can buy these bonds and they also receive interest on them. This extra money is injected into the market as handouts or relief. It is given to the poor. Instead of increasing tax, it is reduced. From February to June 2020, the US Fed printed $3 trillion. And because of this money, America was able to escape the economic impact of the COVID. This is why America's national debt is high. Now, there is no escape in this action. But what if this was the case of any other country? We have studied in economics that if unlimited money is printed, the value of the money is destroyed. This happened in Zimbabwe. This happened in Venezuela. But this will not happen in America because the demand for Zimbabwe monies is only in Zimbabwe. The demand of Venezuela monies is only in Venezuela. The demand of Indian rupees is only in India. But because the US dollar is a global currency, its demand is all over the world. The money that was received by Americans, that money was also spent on import. They bought oil made from Saudi Arabia. They bought spices made in India. Electronics were imported from China. So, the more the supply increased, the more the demand increased. The burden of inflation was not only on America. It was distributed all over the world. Of course, there was inflation in America too, where the Feed American, the RBI, has a target of 2% inflation. America's inflation reached 8% in 2022. This is very high inflation rate for any developed country. But America did not reach hyperinflation, and this is why America is a superpower. We understood 3 main reasons for this in the entire video. Number 1. The whole world trusts the dollar. Number 2. There is no replacement for the dollar. And number 3. It's America who decides how and how much to print the dollar. This is why in 2023, the Silicon Valley Bank of America sank, but still, it did not have an impact on the economy. There was a recession in 2008, but in the next few years, the economy stabilized. It was any other country, it would have taken decades. America took only 3 years. America is a superpower. Its only reason is not the America's dollar. There are 2 more reasons that we will explain in the coming videos. But yes, these videos will be released when this video crosses 10,000 likes. So, if you are watching the video till here, then press that like button. Chapter 4. Lesson for India. Okay, America is a superpower. But what can we learn from it? How can we make India better by learning from the America's economy? America and India has 2 big similarities. Number 1, the population of both the countries is a mixed population. And number 2, both countries are a democracy. Democracy, there was a lot of controversy on this word in the last few months. So, some people believe that the country is leaning toward dictatorship. But in this election, it was proved that no one is above the citizens of a country. If the citizens of the country wants, then the government can change. Decentralized power is the power of democracy, which you can also see in America. But America has learned to use this decentralized power properly. It is important to keep the dollar strong. Both the Democrat and the Republicans knows this. Even if the government changes fiscal policies are also in the national interest. Donald Trump just says that he will punish the countries that are looking for an alternative dollar. Even if the government changes On the Russia-Ukraine issue, the stance will not change. America will always support Taiwan, no matter any government is in power, keeping the national interest above the political interest, given economic stability, which India need to learn. Recently, I saw a video of Cricket Create, where they have explained that Amaravati city was going to become India's Singapore. But then, the government changed, and today, the whole city has become like such rains. The common people are suffering due to these political fights. There was also international investment in this project. But what will the investor think after this project gets stalled? India is very unstable. Governments keep changing here in every few years. And the problem is not that the government change. The problem is that the new government wastes its energy in reserving the decisions of the previous government without any logic. Investor thinks that why should we invest our money in such a country? Why should we start trading in rupees by listening to that countries? Why should we invest in these companies of that country? Global trust make the dollar a global currency and America a global superpower. Similarly, our leaders will have to understand that trust issue, not by big promises, but by fulfilling those promises. We have been making promise of making India for the past 10 years. Our target was that by 2022, growth of manufacturing sector will be 25% after COVID. We extended this target and made in 2025. But even today, our manufacturing sector is stuck at 13%. Russia wants to trade in rupees with us. The global scenario is also such that it can trade in rupees, but ultimately we will have to manufacturing those things that they want to buy from us. Our trade with Russia is about $65 billion, but India sells goods worth only $4 billion. And Russia sells goods worth $61 billion. This is the issue of world trade. Everyone wants to trade with us. And in future, they talk about trading in rupees instead of dollar. But this negative trade balance make us restless because if we start trading in rupees and we pay Russia in 61 billion rupees, then Russia can only use 4 billion rupees. It can buy the same amount of goods from us. What will be it do with the remaining 55 billion rupees? This imbalance stops the rupees from becoming international. The lack of execution negatively reflect on India. This is the truth. If you want to solve any problem, first you have to admit that there is a problem. Just by saying nothing happened. That we have to become a superpower. Before becoming a superpower, we have to become a reliable trade partner. We have to have faith in our own capability. We have to leave parties politics and think about national issues. And this will happen only when we make the economy a national interest. And sharing this important message with you matters to me.